not during this video.
Hey guys, welcome to I'll Be Drammed. We got a little story time for you. Unfortunately, I didn't get to participate because somebody has to pay bills.
That's why it's a good story.
It's
It's the best kind.
FOMO episode.
Yep.
I definitely had to follow. But part of us did get to participate in a local store for a local distillery to do a barrel pick. So you guys are there. Let's hear the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'll talk
Good time all around. All right, let's wrap it up.
It was great. One thing I gotta say is they rolled out the red freaking
They did.
carpet. Like we showed up and it was one-on-one experience. They showed us everything, answered every question.
Yeah.
Their facility is absolutely amazing, and even though they haven't been around, 2016, I think, 15, something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, and like they're already gonna double their production.
Yeah.
and it's amazing to hear how much they do in just a week's time.
Oh yeah.
And then my one fun fact before I let everybody else speak was I really liked that they locally sourced everything. He said everything that they use to make their product comes within 40 miles of their actual distillery. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like they actually took us to the rick house and let us, wander around through there and do all that. It was a really great experience. At the end, we got to sample a lot of stuff that was like either older or was private selections from other. It was a really.
I left
cool.
there very intoxicated.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we're gonna get you drunk. That's legit what they told us.
Yeah,
all right.
we did the tasting, and I'm like, all right, I can do this. And they're like, all right, we're gonna go back to the gift shop area and go to this private room and do some more tasting. And I'm like, this is gonna become a problem.
And I was driving, so I would taste, and then Kyle was sitting next to me, and I was going.
Yeah, I felt real good when we left.
Yeah.
So a little info about what we actually ended up picking. This was like the third barrel that we selected. So the mash bill on all of them, they were all the same, besides the one they let us sample later. But it's 70 corn, 16 wheat, 14 malted barley. That may sound familiar if you're a fan of Makers. That's the exact same mash bill as Maker's Mark. Also barreled at 110 proof, the same as Maker's Mark. Now, our pick we selected had proofed up a little bit, is 112.4 proof. I think it was like 5 years, 242 days or something like that when we picked it.
It was
So
243 days.
Oh, okay. All right. And these are probably going to come in about $70 whenever they hit the stores.
Actually, the one thing I want to say, so they just sent in North Carolina, they just sent out the new price list for things that are changing. And this is the Paragon cask strength is something that's changing. It's going up $12.
Oh,
Also, Paragon Cask Strength is only going to be available as a single barrel.
yeah.
As a part of a store pick now.
Yeah.
So for those of us local that like to just go pick up the cask strength off the shelf, no more. Find you a store pick.
Yeah.
Find you this one.
But there's going to be tons of store picks coming to North Carolina.
This is just a prop, guys. This is, just so you can see what the bottle looks like. Actually, we were able to bring back a little sample so Chris would get to try what we picked.
So what were their big tasting notes that they highlighted?
They didn't really.
Okay.
They
No,
highlight
actually, they told us that they wanted to hear
Yeah.
ours.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he knew if he needed to move the barrels around.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
And they were straight up about it. They're like, hey, if one of these is bad, just tell us.
Yeah.
Because we want to move it and do different stuff
So
with it.
what made y'all pick this barrel? What was the big difference that pushed you to this barrel?
The nose was the best on this barrel.
Yeah.
The nose on this one was easily the best out of the three. We had some debates about what was the better finish and what was better on the palate, but everyone agreed that this had the best nose.
And it was interesting to see the three different barrels that we chose from were notably different. Like they all stood out on their own.
And the biggest difference between the other two and this one was the actual barrel.
Right, this was a space side
Yep,
barrel.
this was a space side barrel.
And the other two were not.
Yeah.
They were from the same, but I think one of them had a level 4 char and the other one didn't. I think that was the difference in those. Because they said it was like one of
The first barrel, I think, they said it was it stayed kind of down in a basement, but it was the level 4 char. So
Did
it
it
kind
put
of
the lotion on its skin?
yeah. I was like, okay, it didn't really. That one tasted young to me. This one,
The first
Tasted-
barrel was confectioner sugar. It tasted like confectioner sugar. All of the beginning, end, everything. It was just sweet.
this one was more complex. But what are your thoughts? We hadn't.
So, like, definitely the nose is really bright, like really floral. You remember? I do feel like the finish is a little short,
Okay.
but
This is a really easy drinker.
Yeah.
Like, this one would get you in trouble because you could run through it
Yeah.
in a hurry.
like that.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I kind of get some bacon spice, some like allspice on there, which is interesting because it's a weeder. I usually associate that with more with rye, but it's got a little spice to it.
So when's this supposed to be available?
Very soon.
Very soon, like when? Will we have
They told
dates?
us roughly a month from when we picked it, and that's about now. Well, as of now, we're shooting. By the time he gets this shot, it's probably been out for about
It'll either be coming out or it's out.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you want it, Cramerton will have it.
What's getting split through a few different
Yeah,
stores,
Gastonia
right?
ABC.
Gastonia's getting it too.
Gastonia, and then is Belmont being involved
Yes.
also? Yeah.
Gastonia is getting, I think, 4 cases.
Yeah, and that's something we should probably hit on. This is called Gaston County Select.
Yep.
That's good.
So 3 different boards are getting it. But Cramerton, Greg, and was kind enough to invite us along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other guys, they're just jumping on board, but Greg and some of his guys, some of the I'll Be Drammed guys, some of the guys from the Gaston County Bourbon Society, that's who all were participating.
Yeah, we
in
had
this.
what? 11?
Yeah,
13 people?
11, I think.
It was a big group to go pick.
And was this a unanimous decision on this barrel from all?
So the way they do it is they do the 3. They put them out like they did where we all got to pull from it. And then here's a picture of that. There you go. But they say, okay, what one are we throwing out? And the bad thing is it was a split room for what one to throw out, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And when they got down to it, I was the last person. And they're
And
like,
you
what's
chose
your
wrong.
vote? And I was like, I don't know. No, so I sat there and it took me a minute because I was really trying to like pull out. All right. And then I could hear like, really, get rid of this one. I was like, So I chose the opposite of what was sitting at our table that would tell me to get rid of. I got rid of the opposite. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna-
chose wrong.
I'm
but
going
I
against
guess-
the grain.
Big fan.
But then once we got rid of that one, he's like, all right, we're skipping our number 2 pick. What one are we going with? And then everybody was like 3.
Everybody immediately talked about the nose of number
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
excited. We still have one more sample of this, right?
We do.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and I think that we don't have to do it on camera or anything, but to just try from when we got it straight from the barrel, and then after it's went through bottle processing to see
true.
if there is any difference.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
because this sample is actually, we thieved these directly.
you
from-
might be able to taste some of my thumb.
I thought that's what it was.
Tastes like pennies.
Because you
Chocolate
did 3.
starfish.
Did you pull from 3 too, or did you pull from 2?
I think 2 is the one I did.
Yeah, that's why we didn't like it. It had too many ups and downs.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we do appreciate the opportunity, Greg, to let
Absolutely.
us be a part of this and Cramerton ABC. This
Gaston
is
County Select.
this is a very special thing for us to do. We do appreciate you thinking about us for sure. But I'll be excited when this thing hits the shelves. Everybody is able to get their hands on it. We are going to have the opportunity to sticker these bottles as well, so they'll have our I'll Be Drammed sticker on them. So make sure you run out and pick this one up. And guys, if you aren't local, reach out to us. Maybe we can send you a handshake. That way you guys can try it too. So we're I'll Be Drammed. We'll catch you next time. Get out of here.
Damn it.